animation, you're going to click on the assignment. Once you do that, you will see your work right over here on this end. You won't see it for me because I'm the teacher, but mine is going to be right here. When you open it up, it should take you to a blank Google slide. You're going to start by deleting, or you put the text, and now you have to think about your idea. What are you going to animate? Once you have your idea, you need to start by thinking about what will your setting be and finding a picture for that setting. So I'm just going to do an example, a Mario example. So I'm going to do Pixel Mario background, but yours could be anywhere. Yours can be in a forest, it could be underwater, it could be in space. It's up to you. So when you're looking for a picture, you have to pick a large image. To do that, you're going to click Tools, Size, and Large. It needs to be a large image because if you paste in a small image and try to expand it, it's going to get all pixelated and it won't look good. Once we've clicked large here, all of these options would be something that you could use. When you go to copy your image, you need to make sure that you click the image and you copy the image that pops up here. If you copy image from here, what you're actually copying is the thumbnail and it won't look right either. So you need to make sure that you are copying the large image over here. So once you've copied it here, you can right click by double tapping your trackpad with 2 fingers, and you may paste it in. And when I mean double tap, I mean like 2 finger touch the trackpad. And I'm just gonna expand it a little bit this way. You wanna make sure whatever background you have covers the entire artboard, so the entire white square of your Google slide. You could also check by pressing slideshow, and this looks pretty good. I am gonna kind of expand that to the bottom so the bottom is covered as well. Okay, so step 1 is done, is finding your background. Now for your animation, you're also going to need characters, okay? So I'm going to start by adding in Mario. So I'm going to type in Pixel Mario. You don't need a large image for your characters, especially if you're going to have them be small. So I'm not going to worry about going to Tools, Size, and Large for this image. I'm going to pick this image. So I'm going to copy this and paste it in. And this picture worked, right? Now, sometimes you're going to copy and paste an image. Like let's say you really wanted this Mario, right? And you copy this image and you paste it in. Sometimes there's a background and you might think, oh man, I gotta go use another photo. But if you really wanted that image, I linked in a website in the Google Classroom. It is called remove.bg. If you click on this website and you have to press Control and V on your keyboard at the same time to paste it in, it will actually take out that background for you. Before you go back to your Google Slides animation, you have to make sure to copy this image and then paste it onto your Google Slides animation. And now you have an image with the background removed. And I'm going to make it nice and small. Now, I'm going to add in a couple more characters. So I'm going to add in a Pixel Peach. And let's say we use this one. I'm going to click the image, copy the image, and paste it into remove.bg by pressing Control V. I'm going to copy this image and paste it into the Google Slides. Okay, so once you have all of the characters you want on your slideshow, you may start to move them, okay? So once you have the characters in here, to move, all you have to do is go over to the side where you see all of your different Google Slide pages, and you are going to right click and duplicate the slide. Once you've duplicated the slide, you can click the character you want to move, and using the arrows on your keyboard, you can move them slightly over. And let's say I want to move Mario, you can also move them. Then you will duplicate the slide, move, and you will keep doing that until you get the character to where you want them to go. And about 18 slides later, we're halfway through. Every now and then you do want to check your animation. So you go all the way back to the front and check your animation. And that's basically the idea of how to move them. If you want them to jump up, then you just take your character and you move them up towards where you want to jump. And that's the gist of having your characters move, okay? So you can start your animation here. I'm gonna go over some advanced things you might want to know how to do. So you don't have to have dialogue in your animation, but if you want your characters to talk, there's some ways you can add text, okay? So if you want a speech bubble, go to where it says shape up at the top and click callouts. Here you could grab whatever callout you want. I'm going to grab a round callout. From here, if you want Mario talking, you could grab this little orange dot and drag them over to Mario. And if you want Peach to look like she's talking, you could take that orange dot and move it over to Peach. I'm going to drag this over to Mario and have him say, "Look, Peach, a Goomba." Now, you're still going to duplicate the slide, and then you could change this to look like Peach is responding. I don't know what she's going to say. Maybe she's going to say something like, "Get him." Because, you know, Goombas are the bad guys. Anyways, so you could try to play back your animation. But one thing you'll notice that if you're just holding down the keyboard, having that dialogue show up for only one slide is too quick. So whenever you have dialogue, you're going to want to duplicate that slide a pretty decent amount of times. Because you're going to want to be able to read it when you play it back quickly. Same thing here. You're going to want to paste that in a couple of times. And now, when you watch it, it'll stay up longer and you'll be able to read it. You still might find that you need to make it a little bit longer. So I'm going to Control C and Control V this a couple times to paste in some more frames. And that should stay up a little bit longer. And that's how you add text. Now, another thing you could do, and this is another technique that you may or may not use, but if you want your character to look like they're disappearing or appearing, there's a way to do that. So for example, let's say Peach, you want Peach to disappear. If you click on the character you want to disappear, and then go up to the top where it says Format Options, you go where it says Adjustments, and you can slowly start to lower how see-through Peach is. And if you duplicate the slide and make her a little bit more see-through each slide, it'll look like she's disappearing out of the page. And now she is gone. So let's see what that looks like now. And if you want her to reappear, it would be the same thing but opposite. You would click the picture and slowly have her reappear throughout the next couple of frames. Those are just some things to get you started. If you have any more specific questions, feel free to ask me during class, but I hope this helps you kind of start your animation.